Hello students, welcome back to our next class. In our previous classes, we have discussed the two types of correlations, that is by using the scatter diagram we can measure the correlation, and by using the Karl-Pearson correlation coefficient. So Karl-Pearson correlation coefficient is to study the linear relationship where the values are numerical. That means you will have only the bivariate data in the form of x and y variables. There, if you have, suppose if you have any frequencies, suppose if for x values and y values, if you have the frequencies, then we cannot use the Karl-Pearson correlation coefficient. That means when you have frequency, that type of data is called grouped data, right? So in case of group data, the Karl-Pearson correlation coefficient is not applicable. Then we will consider a table called bivariate frequency table. Now we will see how to calculate the correlation coefficient in case of a bivariate frequency table. So suppose whenever your population is very large, so what we do is we divide our population, that is x and y values. So if you have a variable x, that x variable is divided into m classes. That means you will make a m divisions in your x variable, and the y variable you will divide it into n classes. So first thing we do is whenever the population is large, we will divide it into m classes of x and n classes of y. Then the frequency table is given as your variable x, it is your variable y. So x variable is divided into m classes, that is 1, 2, so on, j up to m classes. Similarly, variable y will have n classes, that is 1, 2, I, so on up to n. So for every variable, for every class, there will be a frequency assigned to it. That frequencies are denoted with f. So it is a frequency of first column, first row. You will write F11, F12, so on, F1j, up to so on, F1n. So these are the frequencies of first row, that is of the first division of y variable. Similarly, you will get F21, F22, so on, F2j, up to F2n. So for the ith class, you will get Fi1, Fi2, so on, Fij, up to Fim. Similarly, for the last one, you will get Fn1, Fn2, so on, Fnj, up to Fnn. So total you will have m by n classes divided into the x variable into m classes and y variable into n classes. So what is here Fij? Fij is the frequency of, it is the frequency of ith row and jth column. Or you can write it is a frequency of Xij also. It is a frequency of ith class of x and jth class of, ith class of y and jth class of x. So if you write like this, you will get the Fij value. So this is Fij. Suppose if you want f of x. So whenever you have a bivariate data, you can find the marginals, right? Whenever in our first year we have learned the marginal frequency distributions. Similarly like that, we can also find the marginal frequencies also. Here f of x is the marginal frequency. So whenever we want x values, I'll apply the summation for y. Similarly, I want y values, so apply summation over x, f of x comma y, so that you will get the marginals of f of x and f of y. Now we'll see what are the main formulas for this. So mean for bivariate data, that is, if I want x bar, that can be given as 1 by n summation over x into f of x. What is f of x? F of x is the marginal frequencies. Similarly, y bar equals to 1 by n summation over y into f of y. So this is means of the bivariate frequency table. Similarly, if you want variance, that is sigma x square. So what is sigma x square formula? For general formula only, we will apply this frequencies. We will include the frequencies and write the formula. That is 1 by n summation x into f of x minus x bar square. 1 by n summation xi square minus x bar square, right? So here we will use the frequencies also, that is f of x. Similarly, sigma y equals to 1 by n summation over y square f of y minus y bar square. So these are the variances of sigma x and sigma y. Now similarly, we know the covariance also. For the covariance also, we will change the formula, that is 1 by n summation. We will write xi yi, right? So similarly, like that only, xi yi into, it is a product, so you will write the joint frequency, that is f of x comma y minus x bar y bar. So this is the covariance sigma x and sigma y formulas. And we know our formula, that is r of x comma y equals to covariance of x comma y by sigma x into sigma y. So this is the one formula for the bivariate frequency table. So if you simplify this, we will get a formula. I will show that formula now. In problems also, we will be using that simplified formula only, that is r equals to n into summation f into x into y minus, that is, you will write 1 by n summation xi yi, right? Like that only, n into summation f into x into y minus summation f x, that is f into x into summation f y. So this is the numerator value. You will have covariance, right? 1 by n summation xi yi minus x bar y bar. Similarly, like that only, this is the first term, that is n into summation f into x into y minus summation fx into summation fy divided by square root of, we will have standard deviations, right? Sigma x into sigma y. The first sigma x value can be written as n into summation f into x square minus summation fx whole square. So this is the sigma x value, and the sigma y value is n into summation fy square minus summation fy whole square. So this is sigma y. This is a formula for the bivariate frequency table. To find the correlation is n into summation fxy minus summation fx into summation fy divided by under root n into summation fx square minus summation fx whole square into n into summation fy square minus summation fy whole square. Suppose if you are changing the origin and scale, change of origin and scale, that is, you will be writing xy values in terms of u and v, have the class intervals, you will take the mid values, you will do x minus a by h. In some cases, we will change the origin and scale. In that case, we will be using this formula. If you are using only x and y variables as it is, you will use the above formula. So this is the correlation coefficient in the bivariate frequency table. That is, x is divided into m classes and y is divided into n classes. X values are from 1 to so on I up to m and 1 to so on j up to n. So this is the frequency table, that is the correlation coefficient formula. Now we will go to the problem. Now we will see the problem for the bivariate frequency table. So coming to the problem, calculate the Carl-Pearson correlation coefficient to the following data. If you observe this data, this is in the form of a bivariate frequency table. That is, you have two variables, that is age and mass. So age is divided into 5 classes, that is 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. And similarly, marks are divided into the similar 5 classes. So and you have the frequencies also. So frequencies, some frequencies are empty, so you can keep it them as it is. And the remaining frequencies, by using the remaining frequencies, we will be finding the correlation coefficients. So first write down the formula. What is the formula for R for bivariate frequency table? If you observe here you have a class interval. So whenever you have the class interval, you will find the mid values for it. So for easy calculation purpose, I am changing the origin and scale. So I should use a formula in terms of u and v. So R equals to n into summation f into u into v minus summation fu into summation fv divided by under root. So first term, that is sigma x, you can write it as n into summation f into u square minus summation fu whole square. So this is the first term into the second term, n into summation fv square minus summation fv whole square. So this is the formula for the bivariate frequency table correlation coefficient. Now we want all the summation values, that is summation fuv, summation fu, summation fv, summation fu square, summation fv square. So for this values, you need to draw a table. Now I will show how to draw that table. Coming to the table, this is the table we need to prepare for finding the summation values. Though the table is big, it is very simple. First here on the top you will write the x values. For x you will find u values, so that will be below to x. Similarly you will write y values to the left side, and for that y values you will be finding the mid values first. So 20 and 25, the mid value is 22.5. Similarly 15 and 20, the mid value is 17.5. For 10 and 15, the mid value is 12.5. And for 5 and 10, the mid value is 7.5. For 0 and 5, the mid value is 2.5. So you will have mid values, you have x values. So by using this mid values and x values, first we need to find the u and v values. First v values, that is y minus k by y minus b by k. First we will consider the middle value, that is 12.5. So 22.5 minus 12.5. It is 10, right? So 10 divided by the scale h. 20 and 25, the difference is 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. Next, similarly 17.5 minus 12.5 is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 0. So always while changing origin and scale, wherever you took the origin, they will get the 0, and above and below values will get simultaneously minus and plus values. So you will get v values is like this, and here I am taking origin 20, so this value will be 0. So 18 minus 20 is minus 2 divided by the scale. What is the scale? 1 here. 18, 19. The scale is only 1. So minus 2 divided by 1 is minus 2. Here we get minus 1, plus 2. So this is a change of origin and scale. Next, what is, you need to write these frequencies. Wherever you have frequencies, write only that values. First, see the first column. First column only 3 is given and the remaining column values are empty. So write it dash. Next, in the second column you have the values 2 and 5 and the remaining are empty. Similarly, third column, first one is empty. Next two values 4 and 7 and the last two are empty. Next column, first two are empty. Next values are 10, 3 and 3. Coming to last column, first 3 values are empty. Next write down 2 and 1. So after getting this, the first step is we need to find the frequencies. That is F value. Frequencies means you have to add all the frequencies, the row wise totals, that is row wise frequencies separately and the column wise frequencies separately, so that the n value is the row wise total and the column wise total both should be equal, that is n value. Now keep adding the frequencies. First column, if you see, only you have 3. So no values are there, the frequency will be 3 itself. For the second value you have 2 and 5. So add 2 plus 5 is 7. Next, coming to the third row, third column, 4 plus 7 is 11. Similarly, next one, 10 plus 3 plus 3, it is 16. Now last column, that is 2 plus 1 is 3. Here we will get the n value. Now add the row wise totals also. We have 3 values. So 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. Next is, don't add this 2 value by mistake we have done. For easy understanding, draw a line for this so that you will be remembering easily. So this is your question. You have to add only these values. 3 plus 2 is 5. So write down 5 here and 5 plus 4 is 9. So write the frequency 9. 7 plus 10 is 17. Next 3 plus 2 is 5. Next 3 plus 1 is 4. So if now next step is you need to add the frequencies. This row frequencies and column frequencies together you will get the n value. That is n value should be always the same. That is even if you add the row total and column total, both should be equal. And if you add these values, you will get n value as 40. So this is the first step, that is you are finding the n value. Next you have to find this f into u. So these are your f values. Here you have the f values. For this corresponding f values you have on the top u values. So you have to multiply u into this f. So what is the u value here? Minus 2. Minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. Next minus 1 into 7 is minus 7. 0 into any value is 0. 1 into 16 is 16. 2 into 3 is 6. This is fu. Similarly, fu square. That means this u values you have to square and multiply with 3. Minus 2 square is 4. 4 into 3 is 12. Minus 1 square is 1. 1 into 7 is 7. 0 into any value is 0. 1 square is 1. 1 into 16 it is 16. Next 2 square is 4. 4 into 3 is 12. This is f into u square. Now similarly find fv. These are the v values, right? So v into f, that is 2 into 5 is 10. Next 1 into 9 is 9. 0 into any value is 0. 1 into 5 is minus 5. And here it is minus 2. So minus 2 into minus 4, minus 2 into 4 is minus 8. Now you got f into v. Now find f into v square. You have to square these values, that is 2 square is 4. 4 into 5 is 20. Next 1 square is 1. 1 into 9 is 1 into minus 5 is minus 5. Sorry, yes. Minus 2 square is 4. So 4 into, one second, 4 into this frequency 4. 2 square is 4. 4 into 4 is 16. So this is f into v square. Now we got f into u, f into v, f into u square, f into v square. Next step is we need to find f into u into v. For this you have to get the frequencies of this formula. So wherever you have frequencies, there you will get f into u into v values. First thing is, here you have frequency, right? Draw a small box here. What we have to do? F into u into v. F means the frequency given in the question, that is 3. 3 into corresponding v value is 3 2s are 6. The corresponding u value is minus 2. 6 into minus 2 is minus 12. Next you have the value here 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into minus 1 is minus 4. Next, similarly, you will get the value here 5 into 5. So 5 into 1 is 5 into minus 1. 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. Similarly, at the 4, you will get the frequency. 4 into 1 is 4 into 0 is 0 etc. Next, 7. 7 into 0, 0. Next, you will get the value at 10. 10 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0 etc. Next, you will get the value at 3. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. Minus 3 into plus 1 is minus 3 itself. Next, you will get the value at 2. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. Similarly here 3. So 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. Minus 6 into 1 is minus 6 itself. Next here you will get 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Minus 2 into plus 2 is minus 4. Now we have got all the values, right? Now the next step is check whether you have done all the frequency tables. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 values you have. So at 10 values you have to get this frequencies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all are here. Now keep adding. F into u into v. Wherever you have this small box values, you have to add those box values row wise and column wise. Here I am adding column wise. Only one value is there. So minus 12. Similarly here you have two values. Minus 4 plus minus 5. you will get minus 38. Similarly, add this column wide also. F into V. 10 plus 9, 19. 19 minus 5 is minus 14. Minus 14 minus 8 is minus 14 minus 8 is 6. So this you will get 6. Next, FV square. Add all these values. You will get it as 50. So this value is 50. Next, add these values. Minus 16 minus 5 is 21. 21 plus minus 21 minus 7 is minus 28. Minus 28 minus 10 is minus 38. So if you observe, summation F into U into V, summation F into V into U, both are same, that is minus 38. So now substitute all the values in your required formula, that is R equals to N into, what is the N value? Here you have the N value, that is 40. So 40 into summation F into U into V. Either summation F into U into V or F into V into U is same, that is minus 38. 40 into minus 38 minus summation FU. Here you have summation FU, that is 9 into summation FV, that is this total. Summation FV is 6. Divided by under root, write on the first term N into, that is 40 into summation FU square, that is this total 47. 40 into 47 minus summation FU whole square. This is summation FU, so 9 square into N into, that is 40 into summation FV square. Summation FV square is 50. So 40 into 50 minus, what is summation FV? Summation FV is 6, you will get 6 square. So solve this problem, solve this equation, you will get the R value. Now by solving the numerators and denominator, we get the R value as R equals to minus 0.8374. If you observe, it is a negative value, so therefore there is a negative correlation. There is a negative correlation between, so what are the two variables considered here? Between the age and marks. So between age and marks of the students. So this is the final conclusion for the, so whenever we have the bivariate frequency table, what we do, either we will change the origin on scale, then you will use the U and V, the formula in terms of U and V. If you don't change the origin and scale, you will use the as it is formula in terms of X and Y. So for the required formula, whatever the columns you need to prepare those columns. First, this middle part, that is this question, as it is you have to write the Y values. You need to find the mid values to find the U values. So first find V values here, and in the top you will write X values. For that X values you find the U values. So after finding U and V, you have to find the frequencies. Row to frequencies and column frequencies separately, and your row total should be equal to your column total frequency, that is your capital N value, the total frequency. So after finding total frequency, next step is F into U. Whatever the frequencies you have here, this F into this U values you have to do. Next, F into U square. This frequency into, you have to square the U values. Similarly, F into V. This frequencies into V values, and F into V square is these frequencies into V square values. After that, for F into U into V, you have to find the small boxes and frequencies. So wherever you have the frequencies, there only you will get this box values. So wherever you have empty values, those empty values will be added. How will you find F into U into V? Already we have here F value, and row wise you will get F into U into V minus. So always FUV and FVU should be equal. Here you got minus 38, here also you got minus 38. So this is the problem for the bivariate frequency table. So whenever you have to find the correlation for bivariate frequency table, you need to use this procedure. If you have any doubts, please make a note of it. We will discuss it in our doubt session.